Understanding someone's hidden feelings can feel like decoding a secret language. When a man likes you but keeps it hidden, his actions often speak louder than words. While some signs of attraction are obvious, flirting, compliments, or overt attention, others are subtle, quiet, and easy to overlook. These hidden gestures reveal his interest without forcing him to confront vulnerability or risk embarrassment. They are the silent cues that indicate emotional investment, attentiveness, and care, all while remaining beneath the surface. A man who hides his feelings usually does so because he fears rejection, wants to maintain control, or simply prefers subtlety over dramatic expressions. He may not tell you outright that he likes you, but his behavior consistently reflects his emotions. From small, almost imperceptible actions to patterns of attentiveness, he communicates his interest in ways that are safe for him yet meaningful for you. These signs are often consistent and intentional, even if he isn't consciously aware of them. One key aspect of hidden affection is attentiveness. He remembers details you thought you had casually mentioned, notices changes in your mood, and subtly mirrors your behavior or energy. This quiet observation allows him to connect emotionally without exposing his feelings directly. He will make time for you even on busy days, check on you indirectly through friends, or help you without expecting anything in return. Every action, no matter how small, is a reflection of care and interest. Another hallmark is protection and loyalty. He becomes slightly protective without making it obvious and quietly defends you when you're not present. These gestures aren't about control. They're about ensuring your well-being and safeguarding your image, demonstrating that your happiness matters to him. Even subtle expressions, like noticing when you pull away or showing quiet jealousy, can indicate that he values you deeply and feels emotionally invested. Consistency is perhaps the most powerful indicator of hidden affection. Unlike someone who seeks attention through sudden intensity, he demonstrates interest through reliable, steady behaviors. He communicates trust and emotional intimacy by opening up in small ways, sharing personal vulnerabilities, and showing respect for your opinions. This slow, deliberate connection fosters a deep sense of understanding and closeness without ever verbalizing romantic feelings. Understanding these silent signs can help you recognize the subtle ways a man expresses interest while remaining guarded. By observing his attentiveness, protective instincts, consistency, and emotional mirroring, you can detect the quiet language of affection that might otherwise go unnoticed. These actions, although understated, reveal a level of care and thoughtfulness that words alone could never convey. In the following guide, we will explore 15 silent ways a man shows he likes you but is hiding it. Each sign is a window into his hidden emotions, helping you understand his behavior and giving insight into the quiet ways love and attraction manifest without ever being spoken. 1. He pays attention to small details you never mention twice. When a man quietly likes you, his attention often goes to the smallest, most forgettable details, things even you don't realize you've revealed. You might casually mention a favorite snack once, complain about a noisy street, or say you dislike a certain topic, and months later he remembers it effortlessly. He doesn't announce that he remembers. He just acts on it. He brings you the exact coffee you like without asking, avoids subjects that make you uncomfortable, or subtly adjusts plans to suit your preferences. This isn't coincidence. The human brain naturally prioritizes what emotionally matters, and when someone holds feelings back, attention becomes their outlet. What makes this behavior powerful is its consistency. He doesn't remember details to impress you or earn praise. In fact, he often downplays it if you notice. You mentioned it once, he might say casually, as if it meant nothing. But remembering requires emotional investment. It means he was fully present when you spoke and that your words stayed with him afterward. This quiet attentiveness is often stronger than verbal affection. Words can be spoken easily, sustained attention cannot. A man hiding his feelings may not flirt openly, but his memory reveals what his mouth refuses to say. Paying attention to small details is his safe way of caring without exposure, connection without confession, and affection without risk. 2. He finds excuses to be around you without making it obvious. When a man is hiding his feelings, proximity becomes his language. He'll find reasons to be near you that seem logical, casual, or even accidental. Maybe he suddenly needs help with something he could easily do himself. Maybe he chooses the same places you frequent or lingers longer than necessary when you're around. To an outsider, it looks harmless. To you, it might feel like coincidence. But patterns reveal intention. He doesn't want to cross boundaries or expose emotions he isn't ready to admit. So he wraps his desire for closeness in excuses. He might frame it as convenience, routine, or obligation. I was already here, or I thought you might need this, become his shields. Being around you calms him, grounds him, and makes him feel connected, without forcing him to say how he feels. This behavior also reflects internal conflict. He wants closeness, but he fears vulnerability. So instead of dramatic gestures, he chooses quiet presence. He may not initiate deep conversations, but he'll stay nearby, listening, observing, absorbing your energy. Over time, you'll notice he appears when you least expect it, but always when it matters. When someone repeatedly chooses your presence without demanding attention or acknowledgement, it's rarely random. It's a controlled expression of interest, safe, subtle, and emotionally revealing. 3. He listens more than he talks when you speak. One of the strongest signs of hidden affection is how deeply he listens. Not the polite kind of listening where someone waits for their turn to talk, but real, focused attention. When you speak, he doesn't interrupt, compete, or redirect the conversation to himself. His priority is understanding you, not impressing you. A man who likes you but hides it often becomes quieter around you, not because he's uninterested, but because he's emotionally engaged. He studies your tone, your pauses, your expressions. He remembers what you say and reflects on it later. His responses may be simple, but they are thoughtful. He asks follow-up questions that show he was truly paying attention. Listening is safer than speaking for someone guarding their emotions. Talking too much risks revealing feelings. Listening allows closeness without exposure. Through listening, he builds intimacy quietly. He learns how you think, what hurts you, what excites you, and what you avoid saying out loud. Over time, you may feel unusually understood around him, even without deep conversations. That sense of being heard isn't accidental. It's the result of emotional focus and restraint. When a man consistently gives you his full attention while keeping his feelings hidden, his silence often speaks louder than words. 4. He remembers things you said long ago. When a man secretly likes you, he often recalls things you said months, or even years, earlier, even if they seemed casual at the time. Maybe you mentioned a childhood memory, a dream, or a fleeting opinion, and he brings it up unexpectedly in conversation. He doesn't do this to boast about his memory or to make you feel special overtly. He does it because those words stayed with him, tucked into his thoughts like a quiet treasure. This type of remembrance shows emotional investment. It's not just about facts, it's about significance. He notices the things that reveal who you are, what you care about, and how you feel. Recalling them later demonstrates that you matter enough for him to store your words in his mind without being prompted. It's subtle, often disguised as a casual comment or a gentle joke, but it's deeply telling. Interestingly, he rarely makes it obvious. He might smile and say, "Oh, you once mentioned that," as if it's trivial. But the truth is, remembering requires active attention and emotional energy. It's a silent way of saying, "I see you. I hear you. You matter to me." For someone hiding affection, this is safer than declarations of love. He preserves closeness and connection through memory, keeping his feelings hidden but very much alive. 5. He gets slightly protective without realizing it. A man who secretly likes you may exhibit protective instincts almost unconsciously. He notices potential discomforts, obstacles, or threats in your environment and reacts subtly. It might be a gentle warning about someone's behavior, an offer to carry something for you, or positioning himself to ensure your safety or comfort. These actions aren't aggressive or overbearing. They are natural reflexes driven by concern and care. Protection, in this context, is less about control and more about attentiveness. He doesn't announce, "I'll take care of you," but you sense it through small gestures, Perhaps he remembers to close the umbrella over you when it rains or intervenes when someone interrupts you unfairly. These acts are often so quiet that they might go unnoticed, yet they reveal his emotional investment. Interestingly, he may not even realize he's doing it. Protective behavior is instinctual when affection exists, even if it's hidden. It's a subtle way of signaling that you're important without verbalizing it. Over time, these small actions accumulate into a pattern you begin to recognize. They say, without words, that he cares, values your well-being, and is emotionally connected, though he never exposes the full depth of his feelings. 6. He mirrors your mood, energy, or habits. Mirroring is one of the most subtle ways someone demonstrates hidden affection. When a man likes you quietly, he subconsciously aligns his behavior with yours. If you're calm and reflective, he softens his tone and slows his pace. If you're energetic or excited, he mirrors that enthusiasm in gestures, expressions, or words. He may even pick up on small habits, sipping tea like you do, laughing at the same moments, or echoing phrases without realizing it. This unconscious mimicry fosters connection and comfort. Humans naturally mirror those they feel drawn to, creating rapport and a sense of synchronicity. When done unconsciously, it's a strong indicator of attraction because it reflects genuine, emotional resonance. He doesn't mirror you to manipulate. He mirrors you because being in sync feels natural and safe. Mirroring also signals emotional investment. He observes you closely, internalizes patterns, and adapts subtly to match your rhythm. The result is a quiet harmony that you might notice without fully understanding why you feel so understood or aligned with him. It's a silent, unspoken way of showing interest, carefully calibrated, hidden in plain sight, and emotionally intimate without a single word of confession. 7. He helps you without expecting anything back. One of the most telling signs a man likes you but is hiding it is how he offers help without expecting recognition, praise, or reciprocation. He notices when you struggle, whether with work, personal projects, or small daily inconveniences, and quietly steps in to make things easier. This could be fixing something for you, providing advice you didn't ask for, or supporting a task he has no obligation to assist with. The key here is the absence of expectation. He doesn't use his help as a bargaining tool or to gain favor openly. Instead, it's an instinctive form of care. He finds satisfaction in knowing he has made your life smoother or more comfortable without needing acknowledgement. This subtle generosity often goes unnoticed by others, but it's emotionally significant. It shows that he values your happiness and well-being, prioritizing it over his own ego. Helping silently is safer for someone concealing feelings. Expressing care openly might risk rejection or vulnerability. By acting through service instead of words, he maintains emotional proximity while protecting his heart. Over time, these small, consistent actions reveal his genuine interest and emotional investment, quietly building a foundation of trust and connection without exposing the intensity of his feelings. 8. He checks on you indirectly through others. A man hiding his affection may not reach out directly, but he still seeks ways to stay connected. He might subtly ask mutual friends about your well-being, inquire about your plans through casual conversation, or notice changes in your social media activity. These indirect checks allow him to care without risking vulnerability or revealing his emotions openly. This behavior is rooted in caution. Direct expressions of concern can feel too revealing for someone who fears rejection or wants to maintain composure. By gathering information indirectly, he creates a sense of involvement in your life while remaining safely behind the scenes. This also allows him to tailor future interactions based on what he learns, further demonstrating attentiveness and emotional investment. Though indirect, these actions are consistent and meaningful. He's emotionally engaged even when it seems like he's detached. Over time, patterns emerge. He knows things about you that you never told him personally, remembers details you thought were private, and subtly responds in ways that show awareness and concern. This quiet surveillance reflects care without confrontation, a hallmark of hidden affection. 9. He becomes quietly jealous but never admits it. Jealousy is a subtle yet revealing emotion, especially when someone tries to hide it. A man who likes you may experience discomfort when he sees you giving attention to others, but he rarely expresses it directly. Instead, it appears in minor ways, slight changes in tone, fleeting looks, or an understated tension in his behavior. His jealousy is often unconscious. He doesn't plot or control your actions. He simply feels an emotional sting, a reflection of his attachment. Yet, because he's guarding his emotions, he masks it with composure, sometimes deflecting or laughing it off. This restraint is key. He prioritizes maintaining dignity and subtlety over expressing overt possessiveness. Recognizing this pattern requires observation. You might notice that he seems slightly distant, unusually attentive, or quietly competitive in certain situations. These reactions reveal a deep emotional stake without verbal admission. Quiet jealousy is a sign that your presence matters to him more than is willing to disclose, a silent acknowledgement of desire restrained by caution, pride, or fear of vulnerability. 10. He makes time for you even on busy days. A man who secretly likes you often prioritizes your presence, even when life is hectic. Meetings, obligations, and personal tasks don't stop him from carving out moments to connect with you. Whether it's a quick message, a short call, or simply showing up in person. The effort isn't grandiose or demanding. It's quiet, consistent, and often unnoticed by others. This behavior is revealing because time is one of the most valuable things a person can give. Choosing to spend it with you, even in small increments, reflects emotional investment. He doesn't ask for reciprocation. He doesn't announce his availability. Instead, he adapts his schedule subtly, ensuring he can be part of your day, however fleetingly. What makes this act particularly significant is its consistency. Occasional gestures can be coincidental, but repeated efforts indicate intention. Even under stress or fatigue, he finds ways to maintain connection, showing that your importance surpasses convenience or personal comfort. This is one of the quietest yet strongest signs of hidden affection, as it demonstrates that his feelings influence his choices without needing acknowledgement. 11. He values your opinion more than others. A man who hides his feelings often treats your thoughts and judgments with special weight. He asks for your advice on decisions he might not discuss with anyone else, listens intently to your suggestions, and considers your perspective seriously. This isn't casual politeness. It's a subtle indication that he respects and prioritizes your insights above those of friends, colleagues, or family. Valuing your opinion signals emotional intimacy. By caring about what you think, he reveals that your mind matters to him, not just your presence. It also gives him a safe avenue to connect without confessing feelings outright. He may act on your suggestions quietly, showing that your words influence him in real ways, even if he doesn't openly express gratitude. This behavior also builds a sense of trust. You feel heard and respected, while he gains closeness without vulnerability. Over time, patterns emerge. Your perspective shapes his decisions. He defends your ideas to others, and he seeks your input more than anyone else's. It's a subtle but powerful indicator of hidden affection. 12. He defends you when you're not present. Another hallmark of concealed affection is how he protects your reputation when you aren't around. He may correct misconceptions, clarify your intentions, or subtly support your ideas and discussions without calling attention to his actions. These behaviors show that he cares deeply about how others perceive you, reflecting emotional investment and loyalty. Defending you quietly is safer than confronting feelings directly. By acting behind the scenes, he maintains composure while still expressing care. He doesn't expect recognition or reward. The act itself satisfies him, because it ensures your well-being and upholds your image. This type of behavior often appears sporadic but consistent over time. He may not always step in, but when he does, it's purposeful. These protective actions indicate that you matter to him beyond superficial attraction. His concern is genuine, thoughtful, and emotionally driven. Through these silent defenses, he communicates value, respect, and subtle affection, all while keeping his emotions safely hidden. 13. He notices when you pull away. A man who secretly likes you is highly sensitive to changes in your behavior. If you become distant, distracted, or less responsive, he notices immediately, even if you try to hide it. Unlike casual acquaintances, he reads subtle cues, shorter replies, delayed messages, or quieter tone. This awareness isn't intrusive. It reflects emotional attunement. What makes this behavior significant is his restraint. He may feel concern, worry, or longing, but he rarely confronts you aggressively. Instead, he adjusts his approach, giving space while subtly seeking reconnect. His attention to your emotional shifts demonstrates investment. He cares not just about your presence, but about your comfort and emotional state. Over time, you'll notice he seems to anticipate your moods. He adapts quietly, offering support when needed, or withdrawing gently when you seem overwhelmed. This pattern of awareness and responsiveness is a subtle, yet powerful, signal of affection. His sensitivity shows that you matter to him on a deeper, emotional level, even if he doesn't openly admit it. 14. He feels comfortable sharing his vulnerable side. Even while hiding his feelings, a man who likes you may reveal glimpses of vulnerability that he wouldn't share with others. He talks about doubts, insecurities, or personal struggles, but only in ways that feel safe and controlled. These disclosures are rare and carefully measured, showing trust without overexposure. Sharing vulnerability is a powerful sign of connection. By letting you see his softer side, he communicates that he trusts you and values your understanding. It also creates intimacy without words of affection, allowing emotional closeness to develop gradually. His guarded honesty signals that you hold a unique place in his life, someone he feels comfortable letting in, even while maintaining boundaries. This behavior is often subtle, a moment of quiet reflection, a hint of personal worry, or a story about his past struggles. These glimpses build a bridge between your worlds, offering insight into his emotional landscape. By opening up carefully, he expresses care and trust, quietly revealing feelings he isn't ready to name. 15. He shows consistency instead of sudden intensity. A man hiding his affection rarely makes dramatic gestures or sudden proclamations. Instead, he shows interest through consistent behavior, small, steady actions that demonstrate reliability and care. He may check in regularly, offer support predictably, or remember details over time. This consistency communicates dependability, showing that his feelings are genuine, not impulsive. Consistency is often more meaningful than overt displays of intensity. While flashy gestures can impress temporarily, steady attention builds long-term trust and emotional connection. His subtle, reliable presence signals that he prioritizes you in his life, without creating pressure or drawing attention to himself. By avoiding extremes, he protects both his emotions and your comfort. You may not notice each act individually, but over time, a pattern emerges, one that quietly reinforces his interest. His steadiness conveys a message that words cannot. He cares, he observes, and he is committed, even if he doesn't openly declare it.